I wanted to start with a sensible reaction to Elon Musk's Nazi salute that I think is, sensible and I agree with.
Elon Musk hit it, okay? Twice in succession, enthusiastically, and dare I say belligerently. He even hit the chest while hitting it, okay? You want to know why it's funny? Because you don't need that to know that Elon Musk is a fucking Nazi. Like, what are we talking about? Context here is that Musk supports AfD, the far-right party in Germany. Not only that, but also Elon Musk has talked with the leadership of the AfD, the neo-Nazi party in Germany, about how Hitler was actually a socialist doing historical revisionism surrounding the Holocaust, okay? Elon Musk has also unbanned every single Nazi in North America and around the globe after purchasing Twitter. Elon Musk in that process has also personally followed neo-Nazi accounts. Elon Musk has highlighted neo-Nazi accounts. Elon Musk famously responded to a person doing the classic neo-Nazi fascist anti-Semitic statement that like Jews are doing unlimited immigration from the third world of like lower status people specifically to destroy Western civilization. Elon Musk responded to that person and said, "You have said the absolute truth." That ideology was echoed initially by the synagogue shooter that's responsible for the worst anti-Semitic hate crime in the United States of America in modern American history.
So obviously Elon Musk, like he's made clear in his posts, his views, very, very pro-Nazi, constantly like boosting and supporting far-right conspiracy theories. And even if he's not a Nazi, the distinction between someone who is a Nazi and someone who acts exactly like a Nazi is pretty irrelevant. So surely the defenders of Israel would come out in force to condemn an open display of Nazi anti-Semitism such as this, right? Never again, as the phrase goes. So, with that borne in mind, let's introduce Angela Epstein, who is a journalist in the UK, who once accused Jeremy Corbyn of the most vile anti-Semitism for pronouncing her name Epstein as opposed to Epstein. Writing in the Daily Mail, she has said that Mr. Corbyn's Germanic dictation drips with the memories of the ghetto when, during World War II, 6 million Jews were murdered in the Holocaust. Hearing Epstein, spoken by someone who's not Jewish, can't be dismissed as an avuncular drop of Yiddish, as it would be if a Jewish person had said it. Also, it has a way of othering Jewish people to mark them out as something foreign, alien. I was not alone on Tuesday. Within moments, social media rang with despair, commenting on a tweet which asked, "Does calling him Epstein make him sound more Jewish?" Comedian David Baddiel said, "Every Jew noticed. Of course, there will be those who think we Jews are overreacting. What's in a name then, when surely it's the message we should be focusing on?" So, Angela looked at Corbyn's mispronunciation of that word and concluded that it brought back all the memories of Auschwitz. Well, in the face of Elon Musk's open Nazi salute, she must have been outraged, right? Condemning him for his dog whistle Nazism, like the obvious open anti-Semitism, saying Jewish people are bringing in black people from the third world to overwhelm the white people, right? Agreeing with that sort of thing and then doing a Nazi salute. Just keep that image in your head of Angela condemning Jeremy Corbyn as you watch this clip of her speaking about Elon Musk.
He was so excitable that his hand sprung out in a way that was, he is so incredibly clever that he did something supremely nuanced, which is all the things that Richard said about sending this kind of subliminal dog whistle gesture to those that know what I'm doing up, but actually I'll dress it up as something silly. Because would I be so stupid as to make this the point of conversation at the heart of the inauguration? If I was a betting man, I would say no, it wasn't, because I just don't. I think there are better ways to make that kind of level of conversation heard. I didn't feel offended by it, and believe me, there is an awful lot to be not only offended but feared by when you're Jewish.
Okay, and I think what we'll do is we'll combine this with the stuff about the ADL. So this was a report from Al Jazeera.
So you might have seen Elon Musk is accused of giving Nazi salutes to a crowd celebrating the inauguration of Donald Trump. If not, here it is.
this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
Musk denies it, but quite a lot of people don't buy it, including many Jewish campaign groups and Jewish politicians. For example, Jerry Nadler, a Democratic congressman from New York, said he never imagined he would see the day when a Hail Hitler salute is made behind the presidential seal. But one Jewish group has jumped to Musk's defense. That's the Anti-Defamation League, the ADL. The ADL called it an awkward gesture, not a Nazi salute. This defense of Musk has put the focus on the ADL and raised the question, why is a group that defines itself as the world's leading authority on anti-Semitism defending anyone doing that? It's important to note there's a broader context here. Musk is accused of using his platform to promote right-wing bigotry, conspiracy theories, and, yes, anti-Semitism. He's also supporting Germany's AfD party in upcoming elections. The AfD is anti-immigration, and some of its members have used Nazi slogans, anti-Semitic language, and trivialized the Holocaust. The ADL, the same group that defended Musk, has serious concerns about this German far-right party. But it seems to have changed its tune with regards to the South African-born billionaire. For years, the ADL has been the go-to organisation for agencies and the corporate world when it comes to anti-Semitism and broader civil rights issues. But more recently, it's been accused of changing priorities. It's accused of going soft on bigots and racists, as long as they support Israel. The ADL is unashamedly, according to its own website, a supporter of Israel and Zionism. It even facilitates training trips for US police to Israel to learn all about terrorist violence. The ADL says it supports civil rights, but has spent a good part of the last year attacking pro-Palestine and peace in Gaza rallies at universities. The ADL says it's giving Musk the benefit of the doubt, but that's cold comfort to minority groups already terrified about the rise of anti-Semitism and racist politics.
Okay, I am very interested to know your guys' thoughts on this one. Will, do you want to get us started? Because very interested.
Sure, longtime ADL hater here. I've always been anti it. It's an Israeli psyop, guys, and that's so horrible to think about, but it is. They named it. It is. The origin of it's Israeli. The guy spoke in the Knesset, a bunch of. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. It's so stupid. There's oh, I hate it. Because I'm not Jewish, but I'm Jewish enough for some anti-Semites to hate me, right? I'm an eighth Jewish, so they would still not a fan, right? So I have some blood in the game, but I also have a heart. I care about people. ADL is promoting anti-Semitism when they won't go after a neo-Nazi, Trump's a neo-Nazi. So yeah, the ADL, horrible. We should completely ignore them. Any corporation that references them should be completely ignored. Any guidebook that references them should be ignored. It should be citing Voice of America. It is that level of idiocy. Voice of America obviously being a CIA psyop, literally funded and created by the CIA. It should be ignored to that level of it. He did a Nazi salute. Duh. And you know what? He didn't deny it. Go on Twitter, find me where he said, I did not do a Nazi salute. He hasn't said that. You know what I would do if someone thought I had a Nazi salute? I would send out a tweet. I did not do a Nazi salute. That would be horrible, and I condemn any and all actions. No, he goes on to support a neo-Nazi organization, AfD. He's a Nazi. Guys, he's a Nazi. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's a Nazi. He's a South African-born guy that made a shit ton of money off of apartheid. Nazi. I would be surprised if he wasn't a Nazi, to be honest. He's a multi-billionaire, and he was raised in apartheid South Africa, making a bunch of money off of it. Why would I be surprised? Everything I know about Elon Musk always is this. It's just stupid. It's just so stupid. And he doesn't even really like Israel. He just thinks it's probably a good idea. And also, South Africans love Israel. You know why? Because they housed other evil people, right? And Israel copied South Africa. Anyway, this is where I get into other Israel stuff. But the Palestinian Authority is a copy of the Bantustans, everyone. Bantustans being a copy of the Native American reservations, and then concentration camps being taken from South Africa. So it's all very connected. And it's just duh, fascists are back. Act in line. You know, there's no question about it. It's now, what do we do about it? It just, I don't know. I'm not nearly as productive as I could be with this topic because it just infuriates me. I'm not to the point of critical reason now because it's just like,
It's good. It's what we want. We want that visceral reaction. I love that.
It's
Yeah.
true though. It does. Am I lagging? Sorry, I can't
No,
tell.
you're
Am I
fine, I
lagging?
think.
Okay, good. I mean, I'm infuriated by that because I find it ironic that back in 2023, Elon Musk actually tried to sue the ADL because of anti-Semitic claims, and then they're like, "Oh no, he's not an anti-Semite." Blah blah blah. Like, no, not our Musk, not our Musk. And I think the questions you really need to be asking when it comes to Musk is Elon Musk a Nazi? Just look at who supports him. And look at who's backing him. You've got Christian nationalists that are backing. I was going to call him a Nazi, but he is backing Elon Musk. You've got white supremacists who are backing Elon Musk. You've got neo-Nazis that are backing Elon Musk, who all hailed Elon Musk's salute as this historic comeback for their cause. That in and of itself is it proves to me Nazism, proves to me that Elon Musk is a neo-Nazi, and like you said, Will, you just have to look at how he behaves. When I look at his backings, when I look at his public preoccupations on X, I think it's very, very clear to see, clear as day, that this guy does not A, care about Israel, like you said, B, does not care about Jewish people, C, only cares about his own public self-interests, and if he can assure that by let's protect freedom of speech and blah 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 on X, and let me protect X, and fuck the ADL and this, that, and the other. Like, I don't know. I find it laughable. And I have to reiterate this point. When the ADL, when he was trying to sue the ADL for the fact that they were calling him an anti-Semite, and then all of a sudden the ADL are like, no way. Not Musk. He was not doing a Nazi salute. Like, honestly, what a spit in the face when it comes to Jewish people. You do not stand for the rights and the self-interest of Jewish people. You do not care. You care about your own self-interest, and it pisses me off entirely. So, yeah, fuck Musk. Fuck the ADL. I'm done with them all. Can't stand him.
Yeah, no, 100% agree. Don't mistake my laughter for like disagreement. I'm 100% behind you. It's just the kind of reaction I got from both of you. Ideal, freaking love it. In the sense that I love seeing this reaction from you because that's my reaction. Do you know what I mean? That's how I've been feeling, and you guys just express it so well. There's one more video that I want us to watch and react to. It's kind of linked to the first two. A creator Will might recognize called That Opinionated Girl. She used to be known as That Zionist Girl. Do we recognize her?
Oh, guys. Oh, I hate her. I have such parasocial relationships with so many of these people. I hate her. Okay, play it. I guess I'll deal.
Okay. So just to clarify, in case it wasn't clear, this creator went hard justifying every atrocity that the IDF committed in the name of defending Israel against Hamas Nazis. So let's just see what she had to say about Elon Musk, because of course she went out to bat for him, because of course she did.
If you are someone who truly believes that what Elon Musk did was a Nazi salute, you are not intelligent enough to be in politics, nor should you be sharing your opinion online. If anything, we should all be pointing and laughing at you, because if you truly believe that he did that, then you truly believe all these Democrats did one as well. So why weren't you outraged about it then? Oh, because you knew that wasn't what they're doing. The same way that when Elon Musk makes a statement saying from my heart to yours and does that motion, you know he's not doing a Nazi salute. You're just so angry that you lost. You're so angry that America woke up and is tired of the leftist bullshit that you've been pushing upon us for so long. So you're trying to say and do anything that will make people second guess themselves now supporting the right. And it's not working. You're showing the world what an absolute clown you are. Donald Trump recently won a defamation lawsuit against ABC for $15 million. I want people to understand how hard it is for somebody of that level of fame to win a defamation lawsuit. Not only do you have to be able to prove that they lied, but you have to be able to prove so so that they did it with bad intent towards you, that they purposely made a story up to make you look bad. And he was able to prove it. And then you wonder why people sit here and say fake media, say that they don't trust the news anymore because they lie to you. And this is not anything different. If anything, I honestly feel really bad for Elon Musk. Not that I agree with necessarily everything he says, but people forget that this man is a diagnosed autistic man. There are going to be certain tics and behaviors and speech patterns that he has that other people aren't going to understand. As somebody with autism myself, I can attest to this. There's a lot of times where I think I'm being perfectly normal and nobody else does. So it's really sad
This is one of those times.
to see the media vilify him for things that literally are just symptoms of autism, and people sit there and they think that it's funny. No, he gets excited, he stims, he has certain vocal patterns. He's going to be a lot more blunt than most people would ever be, and that's something that I appreciate, but a lot of people don't. They want to be lied to, they want to be sugar-coated. But this was not a Nazi salute. This was a sad attempt at the left to try to slander the right, and it just didn't work out that well for them.
Well, I'm convinced. I don't know about you guys.
Guys, it was so good.
I'm at a loss for words. But I knew, I haven't seen this video. I knew she was going to say something about the fact that he was neurodivergent. Like 100%. That's their go-to. Oh, he's just stimming. Oh, he's neurodivergent. That's not an excuse. I did see Jim's comment. He said, can I show this? He said, whose fetus is this? Come and get it. Quite literally. Quite literally. Like, oh my goodness. I don't know what to say to that video. I'm in shock.
Oh, I do. I got some words. I got some words for this fetus. This fetus in Lululemon. I didn't know they produced Lululemon. Anyway, but I've heard about Lululemon. Anyway, her fabletics. This is where my gay side comes out because I'm not nice. Like, this is ridiculous. Okay, so a few things. Once you have $100 million in the bank, you are no longer neurodivergent. Okay? You know why? Because you can hire an advisor to tell you when, where, what to say, to interpret tones, to tell you how to be social. I don't care. I lose all sympathy once you have $100 million in the bank. That's my hot take. That's my hot take coming from people like with different disabilities. You're not. Disability social. If you have $100 million, you can pay for any social difference. Okay? I have no sympathy for you, Elon. Also, Elon is a fucking eugenicist when it comes to autistics. Yeah, he self-identifies as having Asperger's syndrome. Guys, Asperger's was what? A Nazi. He was a Nazi. And so he literally because he thinks like high functioning, low functioning. So we want to talk about Elon Musk and autism. That's more Nazi shit, right? And yeah, I just get 10 points of like psychic damage whenever I see that girl. Like what she's saying is nonsense. It just doesn't make any sense. It was an awkward hand motion. It was a stim. Have you ever seen a person stim?
What an insult to those who are actually on the spectrum and those who are neurodivergent. Like you spit in the face of those who are neurodivergent when you say it was just a stim. Like, no, it wasn't. The fact that you cannot sit there and condemn this abhorrent act, I think is so wild to me. And this in and of itself, this action, extremists will look at this action and think that this is a license to kind of warrant their own violent extremism. So that's what concerns me. They will see, oh, well, Elon Musk did it, so therefore I think I'm warranted when it comes to my behavior out there. And I can simply say, oh, I have autism, or oh yeah, I have I'm on the spectrum, blah blah blah. Like, no, absolutely not. Condemn things that are obviously quite wrong. There was nothing ambiguous about about what he did, and the fact that people are still deliberating it and are still making these ridiculous excuses for his wild behavior. I think it's so wild to me. Absolutely insane.
Oh, and did it twice. Guys.
Twice.
It wasn't it wasn't a random hand gesture. He did it twice and hard twice. He wasn't like, oh, let me try it the first time. Oh, that feels a little close to the Nazi shit. He was like, oh, it feels a little close to Nazi. Let's do it again to the great leader. Like, he did it towards the powerful people. Like, that's, oh, yeah. Oh, and just the Democrat thing. You think all the other Democrats did it. First of all, maybe they did. I don't know. Show me the videos. I've seen the videos. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Look at the videos. That's not the thing they did, right? Trump, he hit that hard. The other ones are like people waving at people up. Like the Kamala one they pull is like they're waving. Oh, it's real silly. And someone already has copied Elon, right? that like fake pastor who's been kicked out of, by the way, 3 denominations.
Calvin
Do you see
Robinson.
the like expose where it's like you
Yeah.
get kicked out of this shitty denomination, this shitty denomination? How are you this bad at being a pastor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Wild.
join the Catholic Church. It seems impossible to get kicked out of that one. Yeah, you just got to keep it quiet.
Oh, that was the one he got kicked out of most recently.
He did get kicked out of the
That was
Catholic
the one he
Church
got kicked
recently.
out
Was
of
it the
most
Catholic
recently.
one?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Catholic Church.
Oh, bro.
Like, half of the fucking Waffen SS were in
Calvin Robinson.
were in the Catholic Church. Were confessing Catholics. You have to be a real shit to get kicked out of the Catholic Church. Oh my god.
Yeah, but how did Calvin get away with it and Elon did not get away with it? Like this is what I'm confused about. How they were able to hold Calvin Robinson to account, but didn't hold Elon Musk to account. If anything, the things that people were saying after, oh, it was a Roman salute. What a euphemistic way of saying Nazi salute. Like what a fucking joke. Like are you joking? It's absolutely insane.
It was also like do y'all know what a Roman salute is? Like the Roman salute is the one the Italians did, guys. Like that the Mussolini really liked that one.
Yeah.
Like it's not this isn't working, everyone. It is like a classic. I don't know. This is something I always think back at. Like people only ask 2 questions. And so if we go for the obvious one, if they just have like a slightly less obvious explanation, no one will question it. So we go, that was a Nazi salute. And they're like, no, it's actually much more complicated than that. And then by then everyone's tired and no one actually wants to deal with anything. And they'll be like, well, both sides are kind of maybe right. But no, it's so dumb.
Agreed. And I think him throwing out that salute, I think on a day where there's this advancement of draconian like policies, I think is super, super ironic. And I think it was intentional. And like you said, Will, the fact that it happened twice, first time, maybe someone could make an excuse. I probably wouldn't personally. Second time, there's forethought that comes with that. You've done it on a day where there've been a bunch of executive orders thrown out that are against immigration, that are against equality, that are against trans people, that are against people who are just not part of the norm that you render as the norm. So yeah, I think that there is this salute of Musk's does have it's a warm welcome to those who are on the far right and extremists who are on that side of the spectrum. So
I also want to draw attention to the fact because you could tell that she didn't like having to defend Elon Musk a little bit because she was like, yeah, and Donald Trump, she like tried to bring Donald Trump into it. And the fact that Donald Trump successfully sued somebody for defamation recently. If I remember correctly, that case was the case where somebody said that he had raped E. Jean Carroll. And in fact, he had, it was counted as
Sexual assault.
Digital sexual assault, I think was the
Yes.
as in digits, as in hands, fingers.
Yeah.
I think it falls under sexual assault rather than rape, and so it's more of a technicality than anything else. So her going, but I did like her argument that that it's so difficult for rich people who of course have access to the best lawyers to win defamation cases. Poor rich people, they have it so hard in defamation cases. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, okay. Let me steel man that argument just for a second. She this is where you get like only asked have to one question. So the thing she is pointing to, even though she really doesn't have enough of a prefrontal cortex to understand it, nothing's going on there. So public figures have a higher bar for defamation, is what she's referencing, where you have to prove malice in public figures, whereas you don't have to prove malice in non-public figures.
Yeah.
But like that bar, when you have a good lawyer, is so low. Like,
Exactly.
So
It's
many
true.
people. And
Well,
what's funny is, you know who else is a public figure? Carol, the person that Trump lost to. They had to prove malice, and they won. And it's just people don't understand the distinction of it. I understand the feeling of like blood boiling. Like I just because people don't understand. Like in that lawsuit, he had to say, no, I didn't rape someone. I sexually assaulted someone. I guess. Like what do you like? Good work. Oh, I'm so proud of you.